Shivti, Shivti, Beveit Adonai. Shivti, Shivti, Kol Yemei Chayai. Shivti, Shivti, Beveit Adonai. Shivti, Shivti, Kol Yemei Chayai. Lachazot b'noam Adonai. B'noam Adonai. Uvaker b'heichalo. Lachazot b'noam Adonai. To gaze upon the beauty of Adonai. One thing, I ask you, Adonai, to be with you all of my life. One thing, I ask you, Adonai, to be with you all of my life. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai. Achat sha'alti otavakei.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our daily sit. I'm Jessica. I'm sitting in for our dear Rabbi David, and it's wonderful to be here with each of you. I had a big conversation just before this about whether the blur that I've chosen is going to give you a headache. So I hope not. I'm gonna try this, and you can give us feedback about whether you like a blur or a background. So I'm sitting in front of a little busy background, so I'm gonna blur out so that you, while listening to me, can just focus on my words and not my artwork. That being said, I just want to do a little bit of a warm-up. I'm just so absolutely grateful for your presence here today. And I realize that it's not easy to come and to meditate in the middle of the day. And it's courageous. And I'll talk a little bit about why. But just before I ring the bell and we begin our 18-minute sit, I want to give you a little bit of instruction, not because you don't know how to sit or meditate, but because I need it. And these are things I need to remind myself before I do a sit. So I'm sitting upright. I just want to say that it's very important to have a straight spine, whether you're leaning against something or sitting upright with your spine in the air with nothing behind you, or whether you're lying down on the ground, to feel the length of your spine. And one way to easily find out if your posture is in alignment, if your spine is in alignment, is just focusing on this spot right here in between your collarbones and the spot, the little dent you have at the base of your skull. And just feeling those two soft points and imagining either warm water, bubbly water, or cool bubbly water, or a shaft of light just running from this place in the front out the back and flowing through in a diagonal through your neck and hitting the wall behind you in a gentle spray of energy, light or liquid. And you just imagine that happening, that energy running through a diagonal in your neck, and it actually allows the spine and the neck to straighten without jamming it back. And you just allow the head to float on top so the chin is dropped, not reaching up or pressing down. It's just floating on the very top of that spine once you have that long neck. And you think of lengthening the neck from the inside, from that diagonal. And then the shoulders are coming off your spine like the wings of a bird, just rolling away from your ears and away from each other, making so much space for this string of pearls that are the vertebrae in your long spine. And then I just want to give you one other image to work with today, and please just let this float away if it's not useful. If you can feel your feet on the floor, I actually need to shift my movement to feel my feet really, really strongly on the floor. And feel, if you can feel your tailbone against the chair or wherever you are resting, and just imagine, if you like, that there is a very strong cord attached to that tailbone, a steel cord or a rope, and the other end of the rope is attached to some kind of weight, a beautiful big rock or an anvil or an old-fashioned bank safe from a cartoon. And you just imagine dropping that weight down through the floor, through all the floors of the building that you're in, down through the basement, through the crust of the planet, down through all the layers of the earth to the very core of the planet. So you're rooted to the core of the planet from this grounding cord coming off your tailbone. And at the same time, there is energy pulling you up from the very top of your head. There's this wonderful diagonal of energy coming through your neck, and your shoulders are released away from your ears and away from each other. And in this place of embodied rest and this length and width, you can allow all the muscles to hang off that gorgeous T that your shoulders and your spine make, and all the muscles can release and they can stretch with the breath as the breath releases in, and you can feel it going deep into your belly, into your low back, into your chest, into your upper back, stretching the area behind your heart where your shoulders are released away from your spine, so you fill your torso with breath. And then watch it release on the breath out. And you can take a soft F sound if you like in these 3 warm-up breaths, just a gentle as you rest your upper teeth on your lower lip. So just a kind of restful, non-sounded sigh of breath and air as you let your muscles release, as you allow your spine to be long from your grounding cord at your tailbone through to the top of the crown of your head, energy rushing through the thick of your neck, and all is restful as well as alert. And with this, we'll begin our 18-minute sit, and I'll speak to you a little bit in the beginning, a little bit in the middle, and a little bit just before the end. You can allow your eyes to close, or you can focus with a soft focus and your eyes slightly open. And just allow the breath to flow in and release out as we begin our sit. And I just want to speak a little bit about why this is so courageous, what you're doing here today, with your eyes gently closed or gently open, with the breath flowing in and out of you through this open and released channel of breath that is your body. I once had a teacher tell me, a meditation teacher, a very learned and elderly monk, tell me, he said, I used to be a war reporter. And he said he was one of the first people into Hiroshima after the bombing. And he said, I'd never been more scared than what I saw in the external world with bombs and holocausts in the Second World War. He said, until I began to sit and just being there with my breath and my eyes gently closed or gently open, I would face the emptiness, and I would face each breath, each beginning, each middle, and each letting go. He says it's the most brave thing he'd ever done was to begin his meditation practice and have the willingness each day to face the emptiness and the silence. Yesterday, I spent about 5 hours in an emergency room, and there was so much chaos and so much activity, and yet at the center of this storm were these calm doctors and nurses and orderlies who were just able to treat people moment by unanticipated moment and be so absolutely present for each person. And I asked one of the nurses at the end of my time there, how do you stay so calm? And she said, practice. So I invite you to continue to allow the breath in and out and to feel compassion and love for yourself for choosing to be here with yourself in community in this Sangha in the middle of this Tuesday. And whatever comes up, you can release it on the in-breath and release it on the out-breath. You can accept it on the in-breath and accept it on the out-breath. You can love yourself on the in-breath and love yourself on the out-breath. I'm just going to invite you in the second part of our sit. And again, this is a suggestion. You can let it go or you can take it in. That here we are in this month of Adar, an extra month because we have a leap year. So we get this beautiful abundance of an extra month that gives us the opportunity to call in joy and goodness and gratitude. And this sense of a little bit extra time, so we don't have to rush. You may want to think about something that brings you joy or something you feel grateful for as you continue to just allow the breath to flow in and release out for this second part of our sit. In the last couple minutes of our sit, I invite you to feed in about 3 deeper breaths, to really massage your body as a large breath feeds into your torso, massaging your body with breath, feeling it release out. And with these 3 breaths, you can go a little bit deeper into your sit, supported by your long, released spine. You can see these as soundless sighs, just releasing any bit of extra tension, releasing deeper. Gently allow your eyes to open. Take in the light slowly. And I'd like to invite you to do one more thing with me if you'd like, completely optional, as we begin to move into our day. This is one way I like to take my sit with me. So if you'd like to join me, I bring my arms up to my face on the in-breath and allow them to come down to my belly on the out-breath. And again, in and out. And one more time, in and out, so that the movement that you bring into your life carries with it the peace of this sit. And I thank you so very much for joining me today. And Ari will play some music to lead us out. Gratitude to Ari for being there behind the scenes and holding this container. Have a great day.
Achad sha'alti ota vakesh. Achad sha'alti meit Adonai. Achad sha'alti